पार्टी पार्टी जय। नमो ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शुभारि पाश्चात्य पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। प्रभुपाद की जय, गोस्वामीपाद की जय, उपदेशामृत की जय। Who is supposed to sing? Where? Oh, you are. Yeah. All right. And Adharva Prabhu, your mom just texted me. I didn't even look at it. I was wondering where is it. Otherwise, I was going to type her back that your son is not. I'm not going to. Don't know. Yeah. Thank you. Munachandra Prabhu. I hope everybody's well taken care. Yeah. You all feel. Be honest, like. Truly. Because he's such a lovely, him and his wife both. They take care of this place so nice. We are the advertising agent for them. Because when you go back to your own home, you're going to talk about the land facility. 10 more people will come because of you. So if you can help them, if you think something is required to upgrade or something, maybe suggest them, talk to them. Is that okay? Yeah, please. Yeah, he said it a couple times, and I recommended something he made change right away. Yeah. Which is nice. Yeah. I like also if we have a help Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Amar Amar Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Jai Jai, Pal Jai Jai, Jai Jai, Jai Jai, Gopal, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Gopal, 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 Najare, Radhe Gopal, Bhaju Radhe Gopal, Radhe Gopal, Bhaju Gopal, Krishna Gopal, Krishna Gopal, Bhaju Krishna Gopal, 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 Bhaju Gopal, Patika Pavan Krishna Murari, Patika Murari, Krishna Murari, Gopal, Gopal, Gajore. Hari Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Madhav Govinda Bol. Pal, Pal, Bhagare. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna. तो विष्णुपाद परमहंसाचार्य आत्मकथा श्री श्रीमद अभीचरणारविंद केवलांत गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिगोवर्धन की, श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय, श्री नवदीप धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, संविता भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Jai Sri Prabhupada. Jai. Thank you. That was very good. Who is expressing gratitude? Is there a microphone?
Hare Krishna, everybody. Yeah, there is a lot of here, yes, it says the gratitude, feeling gratitude. First, I wanted to express the gratitude to Pranam and all the teachers. Because of them, this class is possible. Otherwise, it would have been very, very difficult. Because somebody like Pranam and other teachers, Maharaj, taking out the time, coming all the way from wherever they are and whatever seva they are doing and spending time here. And these are intense courses. Um, Prabhu is like talking, Prabhu is giving the lecture almost 8 to 9 hours continuously. We as a student, we are also here, but we are getting a break in between. Meaning when somebody else is talking, but Prabhu and other teachers, they are continuously presenting. So we really thank the bottom of my heart. I'm really thankful to all the teachers. Thank you very much. Also, I take that opportunity to thank all the staff of IBM, IBMB, North America as well as India, because they helped in the background a lot, which that's the reason which is making us all as a student to function here properly. Kanai Krishna Prabhu, Rajasundar Prabhu, and then their team, as well as Mukta Mataji here, who is our admin. Whatever time we call her, she's ready to help us. So I'm really thankful for that. Also want to thank all the devotees here in Thailand. They are continuously working so that we all can be comfortable. So really thank them. Many times what happens, we don't realize unless the person don't do it or person is missing that okay, these things are happening. Few things we may feel it is small, and time-wise also it may take 5-10 minutes. But unless somebody does, you will not feel that comfort here. And that is what all devotees here, without any complaints, they are doing it. For the last several weeks, they are doing that continuously. So I really thank all of them for that. Either going out and bringing something or cooking or cleaning or creating worship, everything they wanted to do because they wanted to make Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and all Vaishnavas happy. That's the reason that. Then lastly, I wanted to thank all the students here. This is the first time we are doing as you know. So with your patience and your love, you are supporting us. So I really thank for that. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. Thank you, Purnachandra. I was I was reflecting while you were speaking. If I ask all of you to like make 7 items or list several things that you are grateful for, I'm sure all of you can do that. But during daily life, we don't so easily feel grateful. You can make the list. I'm grateful for, okay, Pran Govinda's one comment, or that day when Mataji helped me, or that day when Prabhu cooked a nice prasad. You can make a list. But to actually every day exhibit that grateful attitude is not easy. I didn't say it is easy. Question is, why is that? Because our physical bodies, right, at this moment, or even mental, are geared for survival. There's a breakfast. My already body like started because I wake up early. Its body is like already starts from 7 o'clock. Little hungry, little 8 o'clock. Yeah, hungry. 9 o'clock. Definitely now. We're like survival. It's too hard. We need to go inside where the AC is. Jagannath Prabhu looks like he's immune to any weather. Advanced soul. But I'm not. I need to go inside the cold. If it's too hot, well, let's go find some place. So it is important to understand that our physical body, yes, are geared for survival, and this physical body, or even the mind, not for fostering gratitude. Do you see that? It's a fact. And the positive side, that's the negative side. Positive side, when you express gratitude or you hear someone's expressing gratitude, what does that mean? How they feel towards their well-wishers? What is inner feeling? So when you hear others expressing or you are expressing, it reinforces your feeling towards those well-wishers. Can you see that? I see that. It reinforces, and we can sustain in spiritual path by that alone. Otherwise, it will be difficult. A lot of devotees sometimes face struggle, challenges, even Maharajas, because not enough gratitude maintained or hearing others expressing gratitude towards the same well-wisher. In our Rupa Goswami path, like more we hear about Rupa Goswami path, so I'm going to stress this, like say something for Rupa Goswami path also every day, whoever is expressing gratitude. Then you will have some feeling for him. Next time you think of Upadesamrita or Nectar of Devotion, you will have a feeling for him. He didn't require to come down from his spiritual strata to conditional soul's experience to write this. He wanted to do it because he saw the intention Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared for, and he wants to be part of that contribution. In our day-to-day life, we should appreciate, we should, yes, exhibit our action. Also, we should do contribution. That how they have come down, Srila Prabhupada come down. If Bhakti Charan Maharaj didn't come to Dilan, there would not be, today we are here, would not be existing there. And I saw all of you like come to Maharaj's, I don't say it, but I notice what's going on, who is paying or who is insisting. And it's very nice. If we can finish our rounds before morning program, it's the best. Try your best. I'm not perfect, but we can always try for that. And if you have a good intention and you pray, Krishna will give. I reflect 30 years back, I have to sleep like 6 to 8 hours. I tell you honestly, because I don't have to remember later if I tell you the truth, as I mentioned before. And once in a while, I would sleep even 10 hours on Sunday because I would be like exhausted. But nowadays I sleep 4 or 5 hours and I get up 2 o'clock, 1:30. It doesn't bother me because I see these prayers and your intention and prayers and intention, your body changes. It's so powerful because we are conscious being. The soul maintains the subtle body. Yeah, other day we were discussing the cause and effect, cause and effect. The physical body sustained because of the vital body. Vital body sustained because of the subtle body. Subtle body is like this. It's good to think, like, because we are who we are. And not this body, but body is how it's connected. Because the soul, originally soul is connecting the subtle body. If soul was not there, subtle body has no existence. The whole problem with the mind would not be even there. But the soul is sent here, and subtle body has a demarcation, and so, anyway, this I don't know. But it's interesting that how powerful these prayers and our intention. Our intention, our action, intention alone is not enough. I have a good intention. No, you have to act also. And action also is not enough. You have to have a good intention. What purpose you want to progress? What for? These are very important. And I hope you all. So today, before I go to recitation, there are many things to say, but at least one thing, this, if possible, at least remember the verse. This is translation of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So I want everybody to at least memorize this verse. If not possible memorizing the Sanskrit, at least, how would you say? At least memorize the translation. Because we are stepping in. Can I scare you all for one moment? Well, I should not even say this. I should have just narrated and then you would experience. Now I already said it. You'll be thinking, okay, I'm not going to just So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was noticing in Bangladesh, Dhaka University, this professor is talking about Rupa Goswami Pa's Rasadatta, very confidential subject, Rasadatta. And Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur literally went there. And he said, you have no right to teach this to the student who does not chant, who does not do any sadhana. He said, why not? Anybody can teach. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, you do not understand. You do not know me. Yes, you can challenge. But let's see how far you go. You think you can grasp this transcendental ecstasy just by, teaching and contemplating? No. There has to be action. Everybody understand this? Sadhana has to be there. Without sadhana, daily chanting, hearing, just intention, I want to hear it, I want to understand it, will not work. 6 months from that, he fell in love with a girl who was also attending that. And Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur said, you watch. And he married. He divorced the other wife and got married to her. And Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, this is what the result. They think they can manipulate Rupa Goswami Pada or Mahaprabhu's Krishna Prem distribution on their own. You ever wonder why we always say that only by only by bhakta you can get bhakti. Through a devotee you can get bhakti. And you may say, why? Now, 325:25 was the Satam Prasangat Mama Virja Sangita. Bhavanti Rita Karna Rasayana Kama. Tad Josanat Asu Apavarga Bhatmani Sadharati Bhakti Anukramishati. You get this elevation in bhakti path gradually by the association of devotee who are practicing and has a pure intention. So when you think like this in a very systematic, you will not be in danger. So why I brought this? Because in that purport, if you have time, you look at it, 3.25.25. Prabhupada says very striking things, even though this verse is so famous, every Acharya quotes. But then Prabhupada, he I'm paraphrasing. Prabhupada says in one paragraph, he says, because I was thinking, or some of you may be thinking, we're distributing books, we're giving Bhagavatam, 10th canto is there, Raslila and all these things. But Kormi is going to read, they won't get anything, then why we are doing? You may think like this, right? Or at least crazy like me, I was thinking that at one point, that why we are distributing that? Maybe we should not distribute books. No, Prabhupada actually clarified that. He's in that purport. He says, we are going on Harinam and distributing books like this. People will be inspired to associate with devotee or community where this is practiced. Without that, they will not have tangible, substantial advancement in their life. Is that clear? They will get some idea when they read books of Prabhupada, they will get some idea. Like in Siberia, it's an extreme case. I don't know in America, maybe there is a past time I never heard, but in Siberia, we investigated and it came there. There are a few Russian Maharaj that I'm very close friend. They went to one, Siberia. Everybody is familiar with Siberia. What is famous about Siberia? Yeah. Cold, thank you. That's how I express it. So they went to a small town, and this man says, "You are Hare Krishnas." So you know Hare Krishnas? I know Prabhupada. Can you come to my house? Take some prasadam. I said, wow, you are familiar. He said, no, no. Then he revealed. He got one book. And by following that book, he literally made an altar. He literally started cooking vegetarian and offering to Krishna under Prabhupada's guidance. And he literally practicing for 3 years, never met devotee, but got the books at the airport. So actually book does affect, but that's a very rare somebody like this. Not everybody takes it that way. So devotees were like so happy immediately, published his report to the other book distributor all over the world. That look at this really working. But that's very extreme. In general, you will not have a substantial result just by reading books. You have to come in contact with devotees. So, good example is Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur himself proved it. Now, in this audience, you all practice it. So, our action and intention, your understanding, any experience you delighting in your pursuance from now on, make sure they have a two component. This is my takeaway from this verse. So let us recite this verse together. Can we? Okay, sorry. We need to do the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudihaya. Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nittam Bhagavato Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistaki Mukham Karati Vachalam Pangurlangayate Girim Jati Patamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram Paramananda Madhavam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Desatarini Vancha Kalpa Tarubhesha Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Paditanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. Okay, can we recite together, please? Prabhu, okay, we'll go word by word, then it'll be easier. Prabhu Dev, when excited. Jnana, by cognition or knowledge. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur English is little difference, very sophisticated. Also, actually, why he put like this, I found also another that actually he tried to give us too many things in a short bullet point or word. So cognition is not just a knowledge. Cognition means 6 question answer together for cognition. Who you are, who Krishna is, what is your relationship? Your relationship with Krishna and Krishna's relationship with you. What is Krishna's relationship with material nature and material nature relationship with Krishna? And material nature relationship with me and my relationship with material nature. This is question, you understand, this is called cognition. That's why he put those kind of, it's not like, of course, he didn't want to pursue his education out of fear. You all know that, no? He didn't want to get into family life because he thought if he becomes a genius, then parents will say, okay, there's a nice girl, get married and get a job. He said, I don't want to go that route. I don't have the time. I need to preach this movement. So he dedicated that. But that doesn't mean those who are married are less. Everybody understand that? Like Prabhupada was married. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his father was married. He would not be even born if father was not married. It's very interesting when the great souls, I mean, you all are great soul too. You are following. You have taken Jogomaya's shelter. Yes or no? Yesterday we talked about it, but everybody yesterday. That there are 2 kinds of devotee, 2 kinds of soul, conditional and constitutional. And you go from conditional to constitutional by building a bridge called cognitional. It's the same. Relationship, once it is built, you will go to constitutional. And we also heard from Prabhupada yesterday. I thought it was yesterday or day before yesterday. Conditional means Duratma. Duratma means you took shelter of Mahamaya, external energy. And constitutional means Mahatma. Mahatma means they take shelter of Jogomaya, internal potency. If you are not under internal potency, you would not even come here. Not that we become proud, but we should recognize that, okay, I'm chanting, I'm want to serve Krishna. That is internal potency. Mother Ragatmika in Alachua, she was so hypnotized with Prabhupada's marathon of Chaitanya Chaitamita that she would not even go to our room. She would just sleep there, go to bathroom, take prasadam, take shower, and type 16 hours, 18 hours a day. Because Prabhupada says, what is that? Impossible is in the dictionary of, anybody remember? Fools. When American disciple Rameshwar Prabhu says, you publish entire 17 volumes in 3 months? It's impossible. Prabhupada said, impossible? That word is in the fool's dictionary. He said, what? They took the challenge and they came out even day before. Ramal Krishna Maharaj said, this is unbelievable. Never in the history anybody did it. We can take over the world. Prabhupada said, no. You have to be ready first, not take over the world. That's a very nice scientific way of teaching, Prabhupada. It's not like taking over the world. What do you do with the world? First you prepare. First you become prepared. That's why after a few days, Prabhupada said, we have to start boiling the milk. You ever heard that expression? Go to database and you put that word, boiling the milk. 2-3 times he mentioned. Boiling the milk's understanding. Because otherwise, if we are not interested into the understanding the philosophy, there's a one group that's just chant, just forget it. They will do kirtan and chanting. They're not interested in philosophy. And verse number 8, Bhakti Siddhanta found me. I was just reading this morning for half an hour, like it scared me. He said, there are some people, they only want to chant, take shelter of holy name, but they are not interested in philosophy. But the problem is, they think they will get out of the anarthas automatically by taking shelter of the holy name. So today, I want to address this, and the next session I'll quote you what Prabhupada says about this side by side. You have to have a philosophy and chanting. You have to have a philosophy. If you don't have, you will be in trouble. Although it looks like holy name alone is enough. Yes, pure holy name. But why then there is a Namavas? Why there is Namaparad? You follow? Because somebody is chanting. Holy name is pure, just like a moon. Moon is always complete. Moon is never half, crescent. Crescent is like what, 5 days? Moon is never like this. So then why do we see dark moon? Why? No, because your location. If you are with the moon, it's always full. Moon is never crescent or dark or half or quarter. One religion, I won't say the name, he said that he got up from his cave and he cut the moon into a slice. Since that in their religion, you see that part of the moon. They come up with this. I won't say the name, but it's okay. I mean, we respect that because Alwan is from there, she's here. You know, in their symbol is a little crescent. Yeah, I know. I studied about it. I don't. Well, right now it's recording. I can't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can read it. I was after 9/11. I was diving into that religion just to see where they come out. I'm glad I did it because I see Krishna consciousness is like so way up. There's no even competition. What to talk about from there. But there is a lot of nice thing. At least they follow. You know, you devout. You know. By the way, they have a Shiva Linga or Sarvadamshina, I don't know that most of them. Because when this person was asking me, but you have to do so many things. We don't believe in deity. In Islam religion, they don't want to, they say it's a satanic devils. I said, but you bow down 5 times a day. We bow down at least 3 times. Why are you trying to find fault in? He said, we bow down 5 times, yes. I said, to who? Who do you bow down? Wherever the Mecca is. What is Mecca? A place to bow down. Because there's a black stone. So we bow down to a deity. Why are you thinking it's less? Okay, going. I'm sorry. No. I said, we should be strong in our philosophy. Because there are some people, they think this is a satanic activity. It's not satanic activities. Everybody bow down. Who doesn't bow down? Every religion bow down. You know what I mean? But you have to pinpoint, then they see. Otherwise, they don't see it. They think it's like something. Anyway, so go back to. Thank you. At least somebody is keeping me track. Bhakti Bam. But say Bhakti Bam. And by devotional service. Atmani. In the pure spirit soul. Ananda Chitmai. Full of knowledge and bliss. Udepi is awakened. Anuttama, super excellent. Bhakti, devotion. Bhagavat, or Krishna. Prema, by love. Lakshana, characterize. So the question before we start, how do you know you are advancing? How do you know you are awakening love for Krishna? How do you know? This verse alone is enough. Of course, there are other verses we'll discuss on Text.8 next session. But this is a beautiful, just to start with it. So can you see it? Can you read it? Where's the microphone? Okay. You can read too. So let us recite the verse 3 times. Prabhuddhegena bhakti bam atmani ananda chinmayi udeti anuttama bhakti bhagavat prema lakshana. Okay, you read this. Now you tell us, we will repeat. The microphone. Atmani Ananda Chinmari Udeti Anuttama Bhakti Bhagavata Prema Lakshana Janatu also. Bhakti Jnana Bhakti Atmani Ananda Chinmari Prabhu, can you read the translation, please?
When the pure spiritual experience is excited by means of cognition and service, super excellent unalloyed devotion characterized by love for God is awakened towards Krishna, the beloved of all souls.
Without looking at it, can you tell me, you are the one who read? What is, can you paraphrase?
So when the bhakti, when the person, when the spiritual experience is awakened by means of jnana, which is the cognition we talked about earlier, is awakened for Krishna.
No, you're missing another main point. Somebody notice that? Service. Yes, service. Service and cognition both has to ignite. Then you are awakening. Jagannath Prabhu, Mother Alwani, what did you understand from this? Whenever you experience anything, even on any prasadam, you think in Krishna's saliva, touch this food. Wow. What am I eating? Krishna's saliva. This is what purifying this food. The saliva is not a attractive thing. But Krishna's saliva is transcendental. Now, when you think prasadam, you're thinking like, wow, Krishna is so merciful. He has come down in the land. From where? Golok Vrindavan. It is not manifesting here. I hope you all know this. There's a difference between substance and form. Form can be made here, but substance we worship first. Vastavam atra vastu. Krishna is a vastav vastu, substance. So when you think like this, that Golok Vrindavan, Golokanamni Nijadhamni Kalesha Tasya Devi Mahesha Haridhameshu Teshu Teshu Tete Prabhava Nichaya Vihitascha Jena Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna comes down from Golok Vrindavan. To your loving sentiment. When Bhaktacharya Maharaj asked the Lord to come down, the Lord enters into this deity form. Then he unites as one. Accept the service. Are you understanding this clearly? Okay. Yes.
Just quick and obvious. Did Bhakti chose me invite Krishna to come down into these deities?
You have to ask Purna. Yes. When Maharaj was here, this deity was here. So that means he has to invite. A pure devotee has to invite the Lord to come down. You don't need any rituals. Literally, you do not need ritual, but we do ritual. Prabhupada explained this in Krishna Balaram temple inauguration. He says because the pandas, the scholars, the ritualistic brahmanas, they will say, oh my God, Hare Krishna people, they don't do any ritual. On a birthday cake for a Kormi little girl or a boy in America, if there is no cake, but there is a birthday celebration, will it be complete? No, come on, don't act like a devotee. Act like a lady.
Okay,
Thank
no.
you. No, thank you. That's a perfect answer. Yeah, that's a perfect answer because birthday means there has to be cake. But birthday means also gift. I love you, little girl or boy. You know, I love you. All the friend comes together. These are the big things. These are all like character. Everybody say something good. But cake is a ritual, but it has to be there. You follow?
Yes.
So the ritual is there, but the main substance is that the people coming, appreciating, giving her gift or him gift. These are like a main thing. But without cake, it's like a you celebrated my birthday, but you didn't make me cake. It's like a heart, you know. Like. So similarly, in Vrindavan, they did the ritual, but Prabhupada says in the class, he said, actually, we do not need. Because Prabhupada is powerful enough to invite the Lord to come and accept the offering and their service from that day on. This is called Prana Pratishtha. But Prana Pratishtha also comes in a form of reciting the slokas. Brahmana may not understand even the slokas. He may be reciting very clear, you know. Pronunciation is good, fire sacrifice is there, then you unmilan, you take the covering of the eye, netra unmilan. They have a whole ritual. I did one time also. I have the whole format. But the main ingredients has to be focused. That pure devotee imbides. Otherwise, just the ritual itself is not guaranteed that Krishna will accept it. So, why did you bring that?
I was just asked if it was Bhakti Swami
Oh.
who did invite him.
Yes.
And he did?
Well, Maharaj was here.
Did he?
Guru Maharaj only got the date, he is invited.
So he did bring, he called like that.
Yeah.
But how does that matter?
I'm just curious who.
No, she made it. She wants to have a validation, which is good. This is good.
No, my question was not that. My question was whether he actually did that he was asking.
Oh, no, I believe he did, but I'm just curious if he was the one that did it or someone else called them.
Well, I can confirm it, you know, one time, they are fully installed. But one time, Maharaj, we were,
They're invited.
was it the Brahma Samhita seminar was here? Brahma Samhita, from Brahma Samhita, Maharaj was talking about the different slokas and brief discussion. I forgot which year it was. I was here also. And after this, Maharaj went in a shortcut. You know, we go around. There is another path to go shortcut this way. So I didn't even know. So I followed him. I said, Maharaj, did you have prasadam? I said, well, are they going to offer? I said, the deity is going to take it. We offer to the deity, Gornikai. Deity is accepting our offering. So I understood it is already installed. You don't have to ask. Maybe the ritual, full-fledged ritual is not done, that you maintain a particular. But when pure devotees say, we offer this to the deity and you will accept, that's enough. You follow? This is enough. To me.
No, yeah, my thing, I think these are really special deities. I wanted to know who installed them, that's all. It wasn't like a question.
Purnachanda Prabhu.
Yeah, but thank you for clarifying that because rituals wise, this wasn't done. The rituals were not done, but Guru Maharaj invited them. And I personally also see they are very, very powerful. You have to be very careful if you're asking something to them. Yeah, they will really, really do. I have seen that in my personal experience as well as I have observed in other devotees' experience. So there are special deities. There is a boss here. He decides what will happen here, and so we need to be very careful what we are asking, what we are doing here. Yeah. Right.
Thank you. That's a good question though. This kind of validation is always good. The how the deity actually becomes valid Bhagavan manifestation. Yes.
I heard Adigadadar Prabhuji is giving Jain Dharma classes. He says, what about the deity at our home? So he said that if your Guru Maharaj says that worship that deity at your home,
That's it.
also authorized.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Because we don't see the mentality of Guru who is giving it. We only see what he spoke, what we hear. Mentality, the disciple under his guidance to serve. Only Lord is accepting the service. This is very clear?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good
Thank
question.
you.
Okay, can somebody read the purport?
Real knowledge is nothing but the knowledge of one's relationship to the Absolute. Real knowledge is identical to the knowledge of subjective natures of Chit, that's animate, Ajit, inanimate, and Krishna, and of the mutual relationship. Here, mental separation is not alluded to, since that is antagonistic to certain principles. Verse 7 of the 10 basic principles, the Samula, is the knowledge of relationships. The substantive nature of the spiritual function, avidya, inculcated by the science of devotion hearing, chanting and meditation, tending his enemy his holy feet, worshipping by rituals, making prostrations, doing menial service, practicing friendship, and surrendering oneself are identical to practicing the search for Krishna. It is specially described in Upadesamrita devotion, that's bhakti, characterized by love for God, makes her appearance by being awakened by such knowledge and practice. Such devotion is super excellent bhakti and is no other than final object of attainment of spiritual endeavors of the book. Can you scroll down? Endeavors, spiritual endeavors of individual souls that Shiva. Good.
Okay. I need some feedback. What reflection? Some reflection. What did you understand from this? Give me 1 second. Middle country, I'm not sure who you are. There's some sound. Mute. Thank you. Okay. Can you give me some feedback? What did you understand?
The real knowledge is nothing but knowing one relation, self relation with love.
Yes, yes. Something more? I'll share what I understood. And then I want you to all also come out. Everybody has to give me some. This is very important. Because whole life you will be experiencing and you want to advance. Not one, definitely you want to advance. Absolutely, everybody. So in the advancement, you will be experiencing this. And how do you know that it is an advancement or actually you are like stuck somewhere or you're going backward by these two symptoms? Is that clear? So education is not just verbalization. That is saying, I know these, I know that, or I know that. But education is a transformation. More you are educated, you become committed. Education means transformation. I mean, bhakti, I'm not talking about mundane. Bhakti. Bhakti education means transformation. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I was talking about ear to head to heart, right? This is from 6.8 Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Vijnana Kittatma. And then Acharya's commentary, also in Chaitanya Charitamrita commentary. Karna Randa Patadiya Ridimaji Praveshya Barishaya Sudhanako. How this pure chanting will take place, must you hear first. And that chanting has to be connected with absolute truth. And when it is connected, you must feel to serve. And service attitude develop. Service attitude develop with a intention, favorable. I love Krishna. I love Prabhupada. Or I don't have the feeling. Oh, Prabhupada, can you please give me the attraction, affection for the Lord? You pray like this. This is very healthy, and this is the only way we can. One of the verse, I think today is 7, right? Adara Pari. You're going very fast. 9.
9.
Today's 9th.
August 9.
August 9th.
No, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the verse. We will do 9. We will do 9, but at the end.
7, 8, 9.
I was like, she's like jumping to 9. My God, that's very far out. So we go start with the 7. And there's a verse starts with Adara Paricharjayam. Adara. It also starts with the same other word is there. So here, question is that real education is not education of words, but education of emotions. Emotions. That's why he says, whenever the experience is excited, yes. We are talking about spiritual, yes. You are emotional being. Emotion is not something you whisk away. You don't feel like, I have this kind of feeling. I wish it would. No, you have to learn how to shift. You are made of feeling. You are made of emotion. Sat Chit Ananda. What is Ananda? It's experience of feeling. You are made of that. You are made of knowledge. You are made of thinking, feeling, awareness. This is who Satchidananda. We're not talking about body. We're not talking about mind. We're talking about the Swarup, you, who you are. Direction of your emotion determines, other day I was mentioning, right? I didn't go whole detail, and I'm scared of going there because it itself takes you away. But we must understand that I have a feeling. Where am I going? Where it's coming from? It's coming from 3 sources, right? Either constitutional or conditional or conditional. Where it's going to take me is more important than where it's coming from. That's why you become a detector. Now, the Acharya didn't say, I'm just saying it because I have to detect like where it will take me. If I contemplate about a young boy or a young girl, where it will take me. If I die right now, I'll become that person. Do I want that? No, then stop. Who is going to stop? Myself. So learn where this emotion, feeling, or thinking, desire coming from. It's good. 3 sources. One of the, because it's necessary in a long discussion. Where it's coming from. There is no 4th place. Or 3 places where it's coming from. But it's very important where it will take you. And if you can see the end, you can stop it right there. You will never commit offense. You can guard yourself. You can become, I mean, not in a pride sense, but in a with the humility, humble sense. You can become a genius to progress on your own path. Because ultimately you are driving your, or what is purpose, you're flying your own flight. It's scary. In that purpose, purpose, even Guru cannot help. Nobody can help. When you are alone in the airplane and something wrong in the airplane, can somebody help you? Jagannath Prabhu? You are on your own. You crash, you die. And you fly, you reach the destiny, you made it. So ultimately, all the devotee associations, scriptures, guru, they are all there. But when we drive our spiritual path, we are making our own self decision. I don't want to go to the land. No, I want to go to the land. Who made the decision? Other can help you, but finally you make the decision. Yes.
I guess I was just curious, but from personal experience,
You want to
sometimes.
speak on the man. Always use that. Just build a habit. We have another 12 days to go.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So maybe from spirit or from personal experience, if I try to see where something is going to lead me, I feel like Krishna just slashes it. He's like, stop trying to use your intelligence to try to understand what's going to happen. So I mean, yeah, so I don't know, that's like my experience when I try to like see where something will take me, I feel like I'm just like.
Did you see that verse? You know who spoke that verse? Oh, it's still there. All right. How did it get there? What I got out. I have no idea how many I got.
It's a good question. I mean, yeah, it makes sense to me, but like.
How did it not? I thought I stopped sharing. It's still there.
That's
No, sharing, maybe it stopped there.
Sharing is there, but then you see on the TV.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was thinking.
Okay, that's fine. I can see who else is there. So this verse says, when pure spiritual experience, pure means bhakti, not mundane or anything. Pure spiritual experience is excited. You know, excited. I like that prasadam, it's so good. Krishna age and salata. Sarira Vidyajal Jarendriya Kahikal. In that verse, there's a line called Krishna Bara Dayamai Karivare Jivaja. Krishna is very merciful, Dayamai. And Karivare Jivaja, out of all the senses, who is the leader? Tongue. Even Rupa Krishna says, Vatho Sri Krishna Navami, now Bhavet Gajumindi, Seven Mukhi Jibba. Jibba means tongue. It starts with tongue, not leg or hand or other. They are follower of tongue. So it says, Krishna Bara Dayamai Karivare Jiva Joy Saprasad. He ate, he gave his own remnants. Oh, you will start seeing Krishna's face eating your Krishna. This is called awareness. Cognition has to be there. You follow? Intelligent knowledge is required in order to guarantee that actually it is awakening my love. Otherwise, Karmi will say, eat something, they say, this is delicious. You saying your food is delicious, what's the difference? Cognition is there, he has no cognition. His cognition is just material. This restaurant is good, that's all.
I'm talking about like when maybe someone presents an opportunity to me and I'm trying to understand where the opportunity is going to take me. Is it going to take me towards, better association or something? But then oftentimes I think it will, and then I get there and it's not what I thought. Do you understand?
That's not cognition.
Yeah.
Cognition means you see the result. I don't touch fire. I always use that example because I did stupid thing one time. I still have the mark. Don't do it. But I know I'm doing this dummy something. I just purposely do it. So why I don't touch fire? Why? Do I have to touch fire to experience this or actually it's true?
You don't have to.
Correct. Thank you. So similarly, you will develop intelligence and cognition such a way that before you even go there, you will see what will happen.
How do you do that?
Dependence. We are eternally dependent on Guru Krishna. Because this is a very big deal. We are so long independent on our own. Let me do what I want to do. Why do I have to listen my mommy or daddy or anything? I want to grow up and do my thing. We always try to be independent. We must adapt because eternally soul is dependent on Krishna. Even in spiritual world, they are eternally dependent on Krishna. You heard that many times. There is a beautiful verse. It's called Jiva Anisha Rupena. Put it on the database, you'll see this. Jiva means living entity. Anisha Rupena. They are not controller. The moment you come to this point, Tato Bhaveto Mam Prita Sabdalo Dhiranishya Jusmanastutano Kaman. Pratyega Api Anishara. My Lord, I'm not Ishwar. I'm not a controller. I cannot control my life. Please guide me. Please guide me. I really cannot. I do this. It's not just to tell you. I do this too. When you Prabhupada does this every day. Prabhupada went to his room and he's praying, and this devotee saying, Prabhupada, you praying a lot today. You all heard that story, no? And then Prabhupada said, yes. Why you are praying so much? He said, to get protection from Maya. Oh, I thought you will not fall down for Maya. He said, you know now why. Because Prabhupada prays every day. And then he also said that I am afraid that most of my followers, disciples, they do not have enough fear of Maya. They flirt with Maya. They should pray. So what did Prabhupada do? He prays to Krishna for protection from Maya. We are always dependence. Can everybody say loudly? Just keep on saying. I am eternally dependent on Krishna. Yeah. You are never independent. Never. There is no such thing. This is what Maya plays the role. No, you can be on your own. Just I'll control you. She doesn't say that, but that's what she does. I hate that guy. You just got it. Maya just control you. You think you did it. No, it's just modes of material nature. Maya, play game. Are you tired of game of material nature? Ask yourself. If you're tired, you will advance very quick. If you still think, well, I don't know, let's see, then you are not. She will say, yeah, don't go out of my hand. I'll grab you. I'll play with you. But Siddhanta Thakur says that when you are liberated, she pays obeisances. I mentioned that yesterday. Remember? She pays obeisances to you. But before, I didn't tell you. Before she pays obeisances, she will come herself, just like she did to her Thakur. Was the head prostitute was not enough? Yes, it was enough. But she wanted to see that this is possible. That they literally get out of her. So she became a disciple. She will pay obeisances to each of you when you are out of her. Because this is beyond her jurisdiction. She can never be in spiritual world. I hope you all understand. Anybody believes that Maya was there, I fall for it, that's how I came down. This is another wrong conception. Maya is never there. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar. You put this in the database, you will see it's in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar. Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Adhikar. Maya has no Adhikar. Adhikar means jurisdiction or influencing power. She has no power in presence of Maya. That means Maya is not in spiritual world.
Said Maya has no power in the presence of Maya.
No, in the presence of Krishna.
Oh, in the presence of Krishna. Okay.
It's like a And the pilot asked Prabhupada, one time Prabhupada was flying, there is a two pilot in a big airplane. So one pilot said, can I ask you a question? And so the Prabhu, he got up and said, you can sit down next to me. So he went to sit on the pilot's seat. Not flying, but he's a spare pilot. I don't know what he said. Assistant, co-pilot. Thank you. So then he asked, why there's so many devil in this world, so much problem. And Prabhupada gave the same example. He said, God is like sun. When you face towards God through service, you never see the shadow. When do you see the shadow? He asked the pilot. And pilot thought, said, you fly every day. You see the sun. But when you see the shadow? When? No, you cannot say. She has to answer. When do you see your shadow?
Below the sun?
Not below. You turn. Come on. You never did that?
I mean, not in a plane, no.
Not in the plane, but even regular outside. You can go outside and check it out.
Like when I'm driving.
When you turn away from sun.
Oh.
Today you're going to do it. There is sun. You learn from it. Then when you turn away from sun, see the shadow? My hand shadow? Because I'm not looking at it. But if I'm looking at it, I will not see this shadow of my hand. Prabhupada says, because the world turned away from God, there's devil. It is always there. When you turn back means devotee, dependence. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So education means transformation, spiritual education. Real education is not education of words, but the education of emotion. There are nice devotees there, nice. So education by which we know what emotions are appropriate and what emotions are not appropriate. You have to have intelligence and knowledge. Yes, Guru.
Where is this Anisaji who can?
You found it?
It's here, but it's not in Bhagavatam somewhere.
No. It's Madhacharya's commentary.
Bhagavatam also said Anisaji.
Oh, if you want to know that where the pleading, it's in the 10:20:27. That verse is in the there, that the devotee finally surrender and say, Tato bhajeto mano prito sraddalo dhira nishchaya jusmanastu tano kaman pratyeke nishchaya. Anishchaya. 10:20:27. Later on you can look at it more about. Then he says, Anishchara, Prabhu, I'm not Ishvara, I'm Anishvara, I am under your control. Please, Prabhu, control my life. Please guide me. Krishna will not ever intervene in your free will, but he will help you. Can you go Bhagavad Gita 18:63? 18:63. Does Krishna ever told Arjuna what to do? This is important. In spiritual path, Krishna will guide you, but he's never going to make a decision for you. You found it?
So the translation of the.
Itite jnanam aikkatam gen. Yeah, this is beautiful verse. I mean, all verses are beautiful. Go ahead, please.
Thus I explain to you knowledge so more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and do what you wish to do.
Yeah.
So the option is there or not? Choice is there or not? Krishna will never force any soul to come back to him. We have to go on our own. But we can take advantage of it. Prabhupada said that, that's why I'm bold on it. Just like when Jayadratha, I said this story like few times, but I always feel so happy when I think of that. Jayadratha heard about his son's death. He says, tomorrow before sunset, I'm going to kill Jayadratha or I'll throw myself in the fire. Those days they used to cremate in the fire. Well, they still do. Electric fire nowadays. So then Krishna is sitting there and Krishna is thinking, wow. But Krishna intervened. Arjuna, do you know Jayadratha? It's good to have Krishna in your side because he knows he's in the heart of every soul. He knows in and out of everything. So you have a spy leader, Krishna. You have everything. Krishna said, do you know Jayadratha? He says, no. So he did a severe austerity. Is Krishna partial to Arjuna now? No. This is his basic profession. Partiality, Krishna is not partial, he is impartial. Anybody can approach him, he will do that same thing. So Arjuna is lovingly asking, he said, no, I don't know, please tell me. Then Krishna says, he did severe austerity and Shiva appeared. He said, what do you want? He said, I want to kill whoever I want, at least especially the Pandavas. Wow, that will be difficult. Especially Arjuna, you cannot kill, nobody can. Then Lord Shiva says, well, I can give you one boon, that nobody can kill you until your father plays your head. Your head can be severed many, many times, unlimited time. But until your father plays the head on the ground. Lord Shiva always, there's a loophole in his blessing. Please, my Lord Shiva, please forgive me. But you are very merciful. He's always done this. Kamsa did the same thing. Kamsa was praying, Shiva appeared. What do you want? He said, please give me boon, I can kill anybody I want. Well, that's very difficult. Okay, then nobody can kill me. Wow, that's it's like a political idea, diplomatic. Kamsa is a genius. So then he said, Shiva said, okay, nobody can kill you except one. He said, no, except one. He said, yeah, who? How about your nephew? Nephew. It's like nobody in Indian culture, nephew and maternal uncle, mama and bhagna is like a very bond, in that culture in India. My mother's brother loves me a lot more than any other man, more than my father-in-law. It's like there is some bond, something. Vasu said, no problem. And guess Krishna came how? As a nephew. So it's very interesting. Every blessing Shiva gave, two types. You have a loophole and only pure devotee he gives pure blessing. Otherwise, loophole in every blessing. So Jayadratha he says like this. So how are you going to kill him? And Arjuna gave such a good answer. I love that answer. He says, you know who I am. I'm a conditioned soul. I depend on you. I'm insignificant. But I know who you are. Because Bhagavad Gita spoken who Krishna is revealed. What did he say? Aham adi jnanam. 924 Krishna says, 10:8 he says, Sarvasya Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartati iti matta bhajanti mam buddhavava samamita. Oh, 924, what is this? Aham is sarva jnanam bhokta. I am the original enjoyer. I am the supreme. And if you don't know, you'll fall down. That's a bully God talk. Sorry, that's my translation. Because he said, if you don't believe it, you don't accept it, you will fall down. Generally, Krishna does not say that you will fall down or stay in this world. But in that verse 924, if you have it, you look at it, translation, that you will fall down if you don't accept it. That I am the enjoyer, I am the God, supreme. That's like a bully God, like, I don't know, is that okay, or is there a sophisticated word? But it is like a bully God. Hey, you don't accept me, you will fall down. 924, I think it's 924. Yeah, the entire 9th chapter you should memorize, like a glory of Krishna. How can you not? So, you found it? What's the translation?
I'm the only enjoyer and
I'm the only enjoyer, yes.
And the only object of sacrifice.
Yes.
Those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
That's it, very clear cut. I'm the only enjoyer, you don't believe it, you fall down.
Also, it says in 18, the Atacheto Ahankara Nasrosesi Vinexes.
Yes. Yes. Very sweet. This is a loving. So Arjuna says, I know who you are. You are the only enjoyer, your ultimate supreme object. Together we'll kill Jayadratha. I love that. He said, together we'll kill Jayadratha. Did he kill Jayadratha together? Yes. Because whole day Arjuna was fighting on his own, trying. Krishna is there, he's a chariot driver. Could not do it. All of a sudden, sun's about to set. Okay, war is over. And then all of a sudden, sun pops. Krishna tell Arjuna, shoot Jayadratha right now. And he said, no Kauravas are there because sun was almost setting, they gave up. And he severed the head. And the head, one arrow severed the head, another arrow took the head to what his father is, because son said he does Annik. Annik means Annik is like a chanting Gayatri. It's called Annik. Like we do Achman, it's a similar thing. He meditates. Krishna knows. Even Jayadratha may not know. Even Arjuna doesn't know. But Krishna knows when he does this Annik. And then he just sat down, exact same time, he started chanting, something wet things fell on his hands. What is this? Put it down. And then he's chanting, after some time, in his chanting, he's disturbed. What was it? That's strange. Some wet thing there like dropping. It's my son head! But it's too late. It's dead. With Krishna you can win. On your own, you cannot win. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, in ISKCON, we are encouraging devotee to take advantage like Arjuna. Should we or not? What else is there? There is no option. We must take advantage of Krishna's help. And Krishna is willing to help. Krishna is willing to help. Okay. That's why it's already in. No. We'll just read the chapter text. Okay. Oh yes. Yes. We should. We'll do it. Absolutely. I will be very careful. I said to myself many times, maybe you all can bless me, so I will have some organization. Okay, let's do it.
It's a prayer.
Go ahead.
Should we?
Are we doing the whole thing?
Yeah. Very beautiful. This is very good. And you have to continue, whoever did not record this first 4 or 5 slokas. Do it. Can you start? Or whoever, just start, please.
Oh, thank you.
7.
कृष्ण नाम चरितादि सिद्ध अविद्या पित्रो उपतप्तर समस्य रोजिकान् किं अनुदिनं कलौ सैव जिष्टा स्वद्विक्रमाद् भवति तद्ग्रहमूलमन्त्री. Translation. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the journeys of avidya and ignorance cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Lord Krishna's holy name, qualities, pastimes, and so forth are all the nature of the absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. This, however, is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretions. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of diseased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter. Again,
Okay, hold
the
on. Just one second. Can someone read the slow questions, please?
Question, okay.
Okay, these questions are from text 7 to 11.
You have to follow.
Yeah, 7 to 11, so.
7 to 11.
This is text 7 to 11.
No, I know, but Phil, can you just read the 7
You heard that?
and give a share to everybody after that?
7 to 8.
Just do the 7 only. It's confusing otherwise. Okay. Okay, while he is looking at it, I want everybody to remember on this sloka. This is practically in your life. Are you in the material world or you are in the spiritual? Oh, no, let's go there. Are you in the material level or you are in the spiritual level? You can be in the material world, physical body, but you can be in spiritual level. Srila Prabhupada did say 3.2.6 Bhagavatam, you can see it. That you can be in the material world, I'm paraphrasing, you can serve Radha Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Wow. You don't need airplane or anything. While you are in this material body, you can also serve there. Is it exciting? Don't think after death you will experience spiritual life. Experience now before you depart. So you have a guarantee you want that. Otherwise, just an idea. Is that make sure understood? Okay, so you are in this material body. Material condition means you have a disease. Today we'll discuss about what disease you have. If you are in spiritual level, spiritual consciousness, you have 4 qualities. Hinagapi sunichena, tororigo soisuna, amanina manadena, kirtane sadhana. This is called eternal with you are constitutional. You are conditional or constitutional. You can check right now while we are reading. If introspective, also you will be able to express. And this way we adjust. These verses are our life. We should embrace Upadesamrita to our chest. That please, please, please stay here. These are rules, regulations, but this is what our life is. We are directing. And if you constantly endeavor, you will never fall for. Oh, how do I go out? Oh. I remember you said something. Let's see. You want to close setting? Yeah. Setting and then count. Yes. You wanted to do what? You want to go back to the audience. So then let's do one thing. We just make a duplicate. So whatever you are seeing, is that okay? Yeah. So exactly same. Okay. He's like easily solved. See, my brain didn't work. It never worked, but he solved it. Very nice. Thank you. So can you read this sloka, Prabhu? I mean questions on text 7.
So for 7, the first one is, what is the meaning of Jivara Swarup Kaya Krishnara and Chadas?
Okay, one second. Is that question that he's asking, is that conditional or cognitional or constitutional? Constitutional. We are eternally servant. Not that we are becoming servant. So what we are doing there? We are reforming. We are eternally servant. Servant can be also acting as a father. Don't look at that way. Servant is a constitutional position. Maybe if we have time, we'll discuss that. But relationship is 2 different things. Nanda Maharaj is servant or not?
Yes.
Mother Yashoda is servant or not?
Yes.
Radharani is servant or not? Adi Leela chapter 6, when you have off time, you read. Beautiful. Is Balaram is servant or not?
Yes.
You have access of database, at least one sloka. Adi Leela chapter 6, Krishna. 1:1:1. Krishna gives us memory that even incarnation, even God cannot experience highest happiness without become servant. Can you glorify the servant position? In the mundane world, I am nobody's servant. I am nobody's slave. I may work for the boss, but he always tell me, come this time, do this, do this. I'm tired of it. I want to change my job. Why? Come on, be honest. Why? People do this every time. I'm tired of my husband or wife. I want a new husband or new wife. Why? They want freedom. Come on, be realistic. They want independent freedom. This boss is telling me, can you come 1 hour before you need to do something else? I'm tired of his telling me always, I want a new job. Why? Because we want freedom. But the real freedom is when you accept Krishna's subordination. If you can accept that, it's a real freedom. Eternally you are free. Is Mother Yashoda servant or not servant? Servant. But she tells Krishna what to do. You sit down here. Okay, mommy. Can I go outside play? No. So Krishna does not. Then after little while, all the boys are looking through the window. Is he going to come out and play? Is he going to come out and play? He's not coming out and play. Krishna is looking at them, looking at mommy, looking at them. Looking, as they're going through. After a little while, Mother Yashoda loves Krishna so much. You want to go play outside? Yes, mommy. Okay, you can go. Right. Why didn't she allow? Because it's only 1 hour since he got up from the bed. 6 times his dresses changed because he's playing with the dirt. 6 times. You think what is the 100,000 maidservant do? You ever wonder? Oh, Krishna gives them engagement, don't worry. You'll have enough engagement. So, Mother said, no more playing. So that's how he got. Now he got it. He went out. Madhumangal comes. Sridham, that pastimes is beautifully explained. Sanatana Goswami. Sridham comes. Let's play a game of creation. We are telling Krishna. Do you know how to create? Because you don't. Sridham goes, I'll show you how to create. You know how God create? I'll tell you, Krishna. So, Krishna said, can we all play and do the creation? Sure. So Sridham building a nice creation, whatever his idea is. Krishna also doing his in the dirt. Everybody is busy of doing some creation. They are going to show how God creates. So Sridham says, so who is going to be the judge? Krishna says, well, you and me, we can both be judges. Okay, let us check our first. What did you create? So Krishna says, well, this is how you create. You make a universe and like this. You don't know how to do. You know what he does? When he said like this, Krishna got upset. So Krishna goes and see Sridham. Sridham is Radharani's brother. He has a little different relationship, but it's the same age. Just few moments different, but same age. That's why they are equal. He cannot let Krishna win ever. At least he tries. So Sridham made a beautiful creation. Krishna kicked it. You don't know how to. Sridham said, I don't know how to create. Krishna said, yes, I'll show you how you create. So he takes all the dirt and put it on Krishna's head. You know, dirt with the water and dirty. You know what happened to his clothes? You never did? Take a dirt, put it on your head, mud. Then you will know what happened. What happened?
It's covered in that.
Yeah. Now Krishna is scared. 6 times already clean. She said, no more. You sit down and no more play. But she allowed on the condition of no more dirt. Now, how Krishna going to get away with this? Do you know the power of a child? Our Acharya give thorough explanation. What is the power of a child to the mother?
Crying.
Crying. Oh, you know yours. Krishna started crying. Was he begging? Kind of. Mother Joshua said, what's the matter? What's the? Don't worry, come here. I'll take care of you. Said, you made that. It's all right. It's all right. Finish. The whole case is dismissed. Put on a new dress and everything like this. So, why did you do that first time? Why? Because the real happiness, did anybody find this? 111? Adi dot 6.111. It says, I tell you the sloka. Krishna. भक्त भाव होते अधिक सुख नहीं आए अवतार गाने सब भक्त भाव अधिकार भक्त भाव होते अधिक सुख नहीं है. Who said this? Can you read it? Mother translation?
All the incarnations are entitled.
No, microphone, because online they listen. There's one Maharaj actually texted me, he said, your delivery yesterday class was fantastic. I want to listen to it. So they hear it, so they want to.
All the incarnations are entitled to the emotions of devotees. There is no higher bliss than this.
Okay, what did you hear, Jagannath Prabhu? So as a God, can I enjoy the highest happiness as a God? Even God cannot enjoy. He is supreme controller. Narayan is supreme controller. Balaram is supreme controller. They know everything. They control everything. But the highest happiness is not in a God's godliness. Where is the highest happiness? Servitorship. Advaita Acharya says, Chaitanya Das Mai, Chaitanya Das Mai, Tar Dache Das. This is in also same chapter, in the beginning, I think 6 or 7 verses. That I am the servant, I am the servant, I am the servant, I don't want any other position. Are Baba, you are Mahavishnu? You creating all this universe? Why you want to become servant? Because there is no highest happiness than servitorship. Would you like to be servant or master? Servant of the servant. More you become servant is the highest happiness. This is so sweet. Isn't it so sweet? What did Balaram say? Ekala Ishwar Krishna Arsab Vritta. Only Krishna is supreme God, including me. Everybody is. Balaram is like origin of Narayan and everyone, but he wants to be a servant. Is that clear, everybody? Not falsely pride, but spiritually be proud. Yes, I want to be servant of the servant. This is so good. Okay, sorry, I went off again little bit just to catch up. Okay, now you go ahead, reading. Oh, the question. First question was, what is the constitutional nature of the soul? What is it? Jive Swarupai Krishna. What does that mean? What does that mean? Servant of Krishna. The Swarup means, Swa means origin, Rup means form. Origin, constitutional form of Jiva is this. The servant of Krishna. Is that happy or not? Or you want to be Krishna? Krishna's mother, father. Is everybody clear with this? Mother, father, brother, you can become if you are entitled to that. But that doesn't mean they are not servant. They are all servant. They are all servant, including Mother Joshoda. I won't tell the story, but there is a story that Mother Joshoda actually exhibited that. Can I? 1 minute? Just half of the story? Okay, go for it. Next question.
Define Durashraya.
What is Durashraya? Okay, you'll find it while they are reading. Bad shelter. Very good. Very good. False shelter.
Is it
Very good.
Durasraya or Durasraya?
Yeah.
Durasraya, right?
Durashraya is also bad.
Asraya.
Okay, third question.
What is the material disease and how do we get clear from it?
Good question.
Ignorance.
Okay. Well, we are going to find, we're going to read very quick. Very quick.
For list the 3 stages in chanting the holy name of the Lord. 5. At what stage can Maya not disturb a devotee?
I love that. What stage is it? Our.
6.
How many one topics I loved, but not today because I don't want to punish you for the child. But power is, believe me, once you know it, you are to like delight in it. You are to like go reach as fast. You'll speed up your writing. So I want to reach that. You have a full tank. Full tank means the good health to do the bhajan, like, and you try. You want to go as fast as possible in there. Bhava is not a no. See, I'm going off direction. Okay, let's read.
6. Explain the analogy of jaundice given by Rupa Goswami in Text.7.
You all know this, right? Jaundice.
Yeah, the sugar candy is the medicine for jaundice, but you can't taste it unless you get cured.
No, you can taste it, but it tastes bitter.
It tastes bitter.
Yes. So taste is always there, but taste what we are experiencing, we do not want that. But we have to force ourselves. Can you everybody say sadhana? Srila Prabhupada say, you can say that. Srila Prabhupada say, repeat after me. Chanting japa, sadhana is forced meditation. That means you have to force yourself. It's not going to happen. If you don't really contemplate, I want to chant, I want to really chant, I want to be attentive. Otherwise, you don't have. Okay. Please, 3 pages, go for it. I'll see. Srila Prabhupada said, forced meditation, yes. I won't talk anymore. Go ahead.
Another person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste like bitter. Avidya similarly perverts the ability to relish the transcendental valuable name, quality, form, and pastimes of Krishna. Despite this disease, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed, and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his character. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. When a man in material world takes more interest in the materialistic way of life than in Krishna consciousness, he is considered to be in a diseased condition. The normal condition is to remain an eternal servant of the Lord. Jiva Swarupai, Krishna and Tiras. This healthy condition is lost when the living entity forgets Krishna due to being attracted by the external features of Krishna's Maya's energy. This world of Maya is called Durasraya, which means false or dead shelter. One who puts his faith in Durasraya becomes a candidate for hoping against good. In the material world, everyone is trying to become happy, and although their material attempts are baffled in every way due to their missions, they cannot understand their mistakes. People try to rectify one mistake by making another mistake. This is the way of the struggle for existence in the material world. If one in this condition is advised to take Krishna consciousness and be happy, he does not accept such instructions.
This Krishna consciousness movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. People in general are misled by blind leaders. The leaders of human society, politicians, philosophers, and scientists, are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to the Bhagavad Gita 7.15, because they are bereft of all factual knowledge due to their atheistic way of life, They are actually simple rascals and are the lowest among them.
Prabhaddante naradama mayaya paritogena sugam bhavamashuta.
Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender us.
Such people never surrender to Krishna, and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take Krishna's shelter. When such atheists become leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with machines. In such a condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna consciousness movement. Just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice does not relish the taste of sugar candy. However, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna consciousness, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
is the only remedy for setting the world aright. Although Krishna consciousness may not be very palatable for a diseased person, Srila Rupa Goswami nonetheless advises that if one wants to be cured of a material disease, he must take to it with great care and attention. One begins his treatment by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because by chanting this holy name of the Lord, a person in a material condition will be relieved from all misconceptions. Cheto Darpanamarjana. Avidya, a misconception about one's spiritual identity, provides the foundation for ahamkara, or false ego within the heart.
The real disease is in the heart. If the mind is cleansed, however, if consciousness is cleansed, the person cannot be harmed by the material disease. To cleanse the mind and heart from all misconceptions, one should take to this chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is both easy and beneficial. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is immediately freed from the blazing fire of material existence.
Just say, I know I don't want to get involved, but just to, when Prabhupada write like this, like the leader of human society, politician, philosopher, scientist, if you tell them that, guess what, you are blind, they may not accept like this. So you have to break down. Another place Prabhupada said, very nice scientifically. When we gather knowledge, it's supposed to give us a perception. Because they do not apply in their personal life, they are conscious beings, supposed to apply. Because it does not have a transformation, there is no satisfaction, and they remain hungry, life after life. That's why Prabhupada said they are blind. Prabhupada is right, but sometimes we have to express them. You follow? Otherwise, they may not like, oh, your founder is wrong, but they are, well, why did he die? Another place, Prabhupada said, all the material education are useless. I will say, I got a PhD, you think it's useless? I work so hard. Sir, it is useless in a sense. When death comes, you do not know your PhD will help or not. Absolutely not. But this knowledge, at the moment of death, it will give you a better life. Because it transforms your heart before you depart. And it gives a spiritual satisfaction. That's why Prabhupada said it's useless for your good. But if you say directly like this, useless, which is true, they may not. Is that clear? Everybody understand that? Okay, good. Another thing also here, you just read, Prabhu. What's the difference between mind and heart? There are many differences, but I'll give you a synopsis because in the purport Prabhupada looks like almost you have to know the heart, you have to know the mind. Like, what does that mean? Mirror and myself. Mirror and myself. If I have a tilak on my face, will the mirror produce the tilak? Thank you. I'll see the mirror, in the mirror, my tilak. If I don't have a tilak, can mirror produce tilak? No. Mirror is just a reflecting what is in the heart. Mirror is mind. If you look at the verse, it says, Cheta Darpana. Darpan. Mahaprabhu says, Cheta Darpana Marjanam Baba Mahadavalmi Nirvapanam. Most scientific way, Mahaprabhu explained. Cheta, Chitta means where the source of desire. feeling. Also. That where it's coming from, it's reflecting. Darpan means mirror. Darpan in Sanskrit in mirror. Cheta darpana. So what is in your heart? What is reflecting in the mind? Oh, I think this is what in the heart, because we cannot see the heart. So that's why we are cleaning the heart means it will reflect to the mind. You follow? So if we think like this, then it's very easy, this paragraph to understand. Yes.
But isn't the heart also described as a mirror?
Yes and no. Just like a consciousness, I said, consciousness comes from the heart or from the soul. Sometimes heart is addressed as a soul. It's a metaphor. Like in America, if you teach to the one group of Methodists, don't try to correct them, because I had this problem. They say, we have soul. I say, you are the soul or you have soul? We have soul. Don't argue with it. That's what it meant. Yes, in Goryeo language, we don't have a soul. We are the soul. I am the soul. You follow? But in a preaching strategy, because they don't understand the three separate, when they say they have a soul, just agree with it. Don't think they're ignorant, because that's how they are. And then slowly you pull them out, then they will understand, oh, I am the soul. I don't have the soul. But we use that language. So similarly, sometimes mind and heart, or the source of desire is the heart or the soul. It's the same. We don't fight for it. Is that clear to me? Because some cases you will see heart, some cases in the heart. Hidayantostu Abhadrani. You have Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. Can you go to 15.20, last verse? 15.20, last verse. Last paragraph. See what Prabhupada says. You will have an idea about the heart versus the soul or the mind.
Last paragraph.
Last paragraph.
While one is performing devotional.
Oh, can you have a microphone? It's on.
While one is performing devotional service in the association of pure devotees, in full Krishna consciousness, there are certain things which require to be vanquished altogether.
Yes.
The most important thing one has to surmount is weakness of the heart. The first fall down is caused by the desire to lord it over material nature. Thus, one gives up the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. The second weakness of the heart is that as one increases in propensity to lord it over material nature, he becomes attached to the matter and possession of the matter. The problem of material existence are due to these weaknesses of the heart. In this chapter, the first 5 verses describe the process of freeing oneself from these weaknesses of the heart, and the rest of the chapter, from the 6th verse to the end, discusses the Purushottam Yoga.
Now, if you think technically, you have to destroy this imposition, anartha, weakness of the heart. You have to destroy. Is the heart is weak or strong, or heart has a weakness and strength? Which one? Prabhupada views here, weakness of the heart has to be out. So heart has a weakness, or heart is weak? Weak heart?
Heart has a
Strong heart?
Strong heart,
Strong heart has a weakness. That's really bizarre. That's true. Heart is a place where Krishna sits. First day I mentioned this. Where is the heart? In the center of consciousness. You remember it? I did say that. Where is the consciousness? Thinking. I'm thinking. Who is thinking? Where? You cannot trace it like that physically, because we are trying to trace it through our external senses. External senses will never allow to go inside. We have to focus through consciousness, we focus internal. Heart is a location where, or you can say seat. Like when the devotee says, when we have a heart transplant, how does it work, Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, just like I came to your place, you gave me a chair to sit. Now heart transplant means, now I'm moving to other place, you're giving me another chair. So super soul is sitting in one place, now you give me another place to sit. This is very easy. So everybody understand, heart means a sitting place. Sitting place of what? You, soul, and Krishna. Wait, you both are sitting in that place, then why you are not seeing it? Why you have to go through so much nightmare, sadhana, not nightmare, I mean wrong way, but loving way, that to see him. Why? Because there is a wall built in between. That's called false ego. You can write it down, you can memorize this. What is false ego? A conception, self-conception that binds the conscious being with the matter, subtle and gross. The nuts that binds conscious being with the dead matter. Dead matter means subtle and gross. There is a layer of dead matters, like a mind and a physical body. So that bound, that bond, nuts, nuts, like you put in nuts. That nuts called granthi. What granthi? Hridaya granthi. Vidyate hridaya granthis. Vidyate means poking. You got initiation from Bhakti Charan Maharaj. What does that mean? He poked your heart. Poking like what does that mean? You are loosening now. The knots that keeps you with the material world is now loosened. Now what happens? Slowly, it will be more loose and loose. You are out. You will fly away. So there is a nuts in the heart. Heart has a nuts. How to understand this? If heart is a sitting place, heart is a source of consciousness. Who put the nuts and how these nuts come? That's what the false ego is. False ego means it's a nuts. Vidyate hridaya granthis chindante sarva samsaya. All your doubt will go away if the heart is poked. What do you mean heart is poked? Where do you poke it? Like a needle in a physical heart? No. It's the soul trapped in a subtle body with this heart. Krishna is there, you are there, but there is a wall called false ego. That's why you cannot see. It's called Bahimukh. What is that? Bhayam ditya abhiniveshatasya. Ishat apetasya viparjaya asmriti. Viparjaya, the moment you turn away, asmriti, smriti means memory, and relationship disappear. Asmriti, I mean not disappear, but to say it's there but it's covered. Asmriti, or there's no trace, there is no connection. Viparjaya asmriti. Then you saw the ditya, means dual world, duality world. This material world, you are seeing it. So heart and mind in one sense same and they are not same. Reflection of you can, I'm just trying to squeeze it down. Like, if I love your reflection in the mirror, Jagannath Prabhu, you are standing here, there's a big mirror. I love this boy. He's a nice devotee, nice Kantimala. Look at him. He has a nice Kantimala, nice tilakam. He's serious. Did you see his face? He's very serious. Spiritual life. He's serious. So if I see him in the mirror and I love him, I want to have his association. I'm running to the mirror and jump in the mirror. Will I see him? No. That is called Pratibimba. That's why we do not follow Pratibimba Abhas. We follow Chaya Abhas. In the beginning, this chanting is a Chaya. Chaya means shadow. The tree has a shadow. If I follow the shadow, will I come to the tree? Yes or no? You said no? If I, shadow. If I follow the shadow, I want to go to the tree. If I follow the shadow, eventually I'll come to the tree or not. This is called chaya. I won't discuss this maybe next session. But pratibimba means mirror. You are also in the mirror. I'm seeing it, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the mirror. So when I go to the mirror, I want to break the mirror to reach you. Will I reach you? There is no you. But mirror shows this. So mirror shows the person. When we talk about heart, heart is reflecting to us in this conditional state. That reflection is the mind. What is in the heart? The condition of the, what is in the mind? The condition of the heart. That's why Mahaprabhu put it very scientifically. Cheta Darpana. Marjana. You should clean that mirror. But we are not cleaning like this Pratibimba mirror. It's like a shadow concept. We are going. Eventually we'll come to the Krishna where you're standing to this. And then we can discuss details more about. Maybe we can end here and take prasadam and then come back. Otherwise, is that okay? Okay, this is the last question. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have two things. Okay.
You mean when will be the breakfast? Is that the question?
So first question is, what's the meaning of word abhas?
You know Pandura box?
Oh,
No,
yes, I know it's very.
It's a vast subject. Jata bhasha jata tama. Can you put that verse for him? You can read that part of this 4 pages. You read it and then you'll get it. Then I'll give you some.
What's the verse number?
2.9.34. Krishna. Because he's the one he claims. You know that verse. 15:15. It's okay. I am giving you memory. I don't claim. If I claim, Krishna will smash on my head. You think you get it. I'm giving you. 2.9.34. Rite artam jat pratiyata na pratiyata cha atmani tad vidyat atmana maya jata abham. There is abhash. Jatatam. Abhash has the details explanation on this. You read it, and then everybody can have a practice. You found the verse?
Yes,
Abhash.
yes. O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality.
Yeah.
Know it as my illusory energy, that reflection which appears to be in darkness.
And believe or not, every acharya gives commentary on this. What is reflection? But we'll talk this when we are not hungry.
Second question. Is it okay if it's like a suggestion for how the class should continue forward? Is it okay if we come 15 minutes before the class starting time, do the kirtan and the giving gratitude, and then the class will start directly at the time?
I like that.
Yeah,
Is everybody agree? Raise hand.
yeah. Because
Did everybody understand what he said? He didn't understand. Somebody break down. Can Mother Anna, the Prasadam. She's not the Prasadam, but her name has.
And that's Bhavanti Gupta.
Yeah.
I thought I was asking if we can arrive 15 minutes early so we can finish your time instructions.
Is that okay? I raise hand if everybody, majority, that Prabhu is thinking is not ready. Oh, he raised hand. Mother. Okay, everybody raise hand. Yes, 15 minutes before you please come. Can you put on the text so whoever is not here can know? Okay, thank you, Prabhu. That's a good suggestion.
I won't work in the morning.
yeah, we'll work in the morning because of RT, but otherwise it'll work.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, Jagannath Prabhu.
yeah.
Yes, Krishna, keep on saying it. I do say it.
Yeah.
I do. And Krishna actually remind me, believe or not, on my own, I know Krishna.
And let's both go eat.
I love Krishna. I do love, I should not loudly say it. I do love Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare